Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. And if you read this book, leave a review on Amazon, take a screenshot, email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. I will gift you an Audible copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Please subscribe below, click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. If you're interested, I am still doing readings. Even though I've slowed down on videos, I still am doing readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute twin flame readings and other readings based on other life topics. You can go to my website, fondinwellness.com. This is our weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading. Today is March 8th. Tomorrow morning is the full moon, depending on where you are in the country. I believe for the Pacific Coast, LA County is where I am from. It is about 10:30 a.m. on Monday, March 9th, but this is full moon zone. So happy full moon. Also in the United States, we just shifted hours for daylight savings time. So most of us got an hour less of sleep, give or take, depending on what time you woke up on Sunday morning. Welcome! I'm so happy that you're joining me today. Again, as I mentioned, I know that the videos have been a little sparse these days. And in my previous two videos, I did explain that a little bit. I am currently writing a new book. And in the midst of writing this book, it takes time. It actually takes time and effort to write the book. And I need to be rather disciplined about the hours that I put into writing the book each and every day. That therefore reduces the time that I'm spending on recording, editing, and posting videos for the time being. The plan is that the book will be done by the end of March. So I will have a little bit more time to post videos regularly after that time. Up until then, we have plenty of other twin flame videos that you can watch on this channel. I have, gosh, I don't know, it's well over 100 twin flame videos in general. It's always good to look back at that playlist and see if there are some videos that you missed, or if you're newer to my channel, if there's some videos that you haven't viewed yet, because even though they may be a year old, 6 months old, 9 months old, those videos still have amazing content. And it's always good to go back and view those videos. I have close to 400 videos on my YouTube channel. Not all of them are going to be pertinent to you. However, many of them might be pertinent. While I am slowed down in the uploading of videos, make sure to check out the other videos that are on this channel. If you're new to my Twin Flame weekly reading, I do 2 cards for the Divine Feminine, 2 cards for the Divine Masculine, 2 cards for the couple, and I pick romance cards as well. Typically, we're working with 1 tarot deck. I use the Angel Tarot deck, which is one of my favorites. And this week we're working with an Oracle deck. And because the energy has been a little bit heavy and negative and sad and frustrated and all of that, I'm using a happy deck. This is the Magical Unicorn deck, and it is designed for children, but those messages can speak to your inner child, and hopefully it'll bring a little bit of levity to your situation this week, especially with the heavy full moon. Let's begin by picking some cards for the Divine Feminine first. So dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Divine Feminines, Guardian Angels, please let this reading be the highest light and love of God. And Archangel Michael, stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. We would like to know, angels and guides, what messages do you have for the Divine Feminine Collective for this week, starting March 8th, 2020? We've got that card. Let's pick from the Magical Unicorn deck. Again, happy, uplifting messages, and hopefully something really special for the Divine Feminine, Masculine, and for the couple this week. So angels and guides, help us understand more messages for the Divine Feminine. We got it. Now for the Divine Masculine, dear angels and guides, what are the messages for Divine Masculine for this week, starting March 8th, 2020? And let's pick from the Magical Unicorn deck as well. And for the Twin Flame couple. And I have a flying card here. I'm actually going to set it aside for the couple because usually when there's a flying card, there is actually a reason for that. So dear angels and guides, what messages do you have for the Twin Flame couple for this week? And for Magical Unicorns, give us some uplifting messages, angels. Okay, we got that one. Let's pick a romance card for the couple. Romance messages for the Twin Flame couple, please, angels and guides, romance angels. And we're going to pick a message of love card. We're only going to pick one this week since we got that extra flying card coming out. Let's see, what is that message, angels and guides? Okay, and we're going to get as well, these are messages. We are going to pick from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. If they could say anything to their divine feminines, what would they say? Oh, we got two that came out right away, so we'll take them. Let's begin with the divine feminines. We got the Hermit card, Archangel Raziel. The Hermit card is a card of deep, quiet reflection. It can be a card about going into meditation or just taking some time to reflect, go into that meditation. And actually what's really neat about this card is that the full moon time, like the full moon zone time, which is usually about 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon, is a really, really good time to go deep within, to just go into deep reflection. It's also a time about getting rid of stuff that you no longer need. Now, is it physical stuff that you no longer need, divine feminines? Do you need to do more of that spring cleaning that we talked about last week? Or is it a deep inner purging of things that you no longer need? Archangel Raziel really helps you to scan over your past life and scan over past lives in general, and helping you to rectify those pieces that, might not be so clean, might not be so squeaky clean, and you just need to sort things out. This is also a card of spiritual enlightenment. So you could be the Hermit, which is the spiritual master or the spiritual leader that is now in this more enlightened phase and wishing to lead others into the light, which is amazing and beautiful. This is practice from the Magical Unicorn deck. What I like about this is that it's perfecting and practicing your skills. Now, whether, for example, you're new to meditating and it's something that you're not too familiar with, but with this new spiritual awakening, you're now really more interested in having that silence and having those quiet moments. It could be that. It could just be practicing this new look on life, this new outlook on life. I'm coming from a higher spiritual place rather than an ego-based mindset. I now have more courage, self-confidence, self-awareness, and I'm practicing that skill. Just because you all of a sudden became awakened and you had like these amazing epiphanies based on your awakening from the twin flame connection, it doesn't mean that it's just like automatic. It does take practice to stay in that place. It takes practice to remain in a more spiritually based mindset rather than an ego-based mindset. It does take practice. It doesn't happen overnight. Maybe the awakening happened overnight, but living in that space takes time. So the more you practice, the more you'll be able to illuminate what's inside of you and allow it to go outside of you as well. Remember what I mentioned about the Divine Masculine Collective? I believe it was in the Wednesday reading, which is the Hump Day reading. I mentioned that they were doing okay. I mentioned that they were actually pretty chill and trying to figure out how to move things forward. And this really confirms that. It's the Page of Water, which is really, the Page of Water is about the innocence of love. It's about the innocence of emotions. It can also indicate moving a relationship to the next phase, to the next level. It can indicate like a rekindling of romance that allows you to move to the next level. But the thing about the Page of Water is the Page of Water is a little bit shy. They're a little bit trepidatious about moving forward with love, that there's just a little bit of bashfulness about it. And it's interesting because I also mentioned this about divine masculines, about the bashfulness, that they're almost a little bit afraid to come forward, but they're willing to come forward with love. And I really, really adore that. The magical unicorns and the divine messages that are coming through to the divine masculines this week is love from your parents. I'm going to read it. It says, no matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. This is a really, really, really important message for divine masculines, as many in this collective, especially, it's very strange because it's not like we all are exempt from parental issues and problems. It's not that. It's just that in particular for this collective, many of these divine masculines in this collective have had issues with a domineering parent, either mother or father figure. I have seen more of a domineering or overpowering, overbearing mother figure who, in a sense, doesn't want to see her little boy growing up and has kept him from having healthy female relationships because she has always nitpicked or found something wrong with those female relationships, where the man, or her son in this case, the divine masculine, has really tried to please her. Even though he may have found someone in the past that he really thought he could develop a relationship with, his mother held him back from it because she was finding all sorts of faults with that person. And now in this newfound rekindling of the romance with the divine feminine, the divine masculine is finally able to confront his parents and confront his mother in particular and say, look, I know you wanted to protect me in the past, but I'm a man now and I can make my own choices. And while I love and respect you, I can make my own choices. And it's almost, even if they understood, it's almost like the divine masculine was feeling a bit of that rejection from the parents and or the mother figure. And this is just saying, like, even though you can perceive divine masculines that your parents don't love you in the way that you want to be loved, that they do. It's just they don't know any other way than the way that they have been able to love you, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you. So I really think it's a beautiful, both cards for the divine masculine, beautiful messages of love. It's really, I mean, it's amazing how this really works out. I just love this. We had a jumping card, as you recall, for the couple, and I will do the jumping card after the original, or picked tarot card, I should say. And I got the Dreamer card, which is beautiful. It's a leap of faith. And we got this for divine masculine, I believe it was last week or the week before, about walking through that portal and taking that leap of faith and starting something new or rekindling something new. It's about taking that opportunity, that gift, and moving forward with it and saying, this is the opportune time. This is the time to start from scratch. Again, this is the time to start things anew. The portal is open, the doors are open, everything is open for you to walk right through. And this is for the twin flame couple. And I love it. It's so amazing, and it really follows everything that we've been reading for. And it says, you are gifted. And I'm going to read the message. It says, you are very intelligent and talented. And what I have seen is that many twin flame couples are going to be doing things together creatively, whether it's creating a new business, whether it's creating a blog or a vlog or books or speaking or a business. There's so much creativity there and there's so much talent there that combined with the two twin flame halves that make this whole, the dynamic and the talent is just through the roof. Like there's so much talent there and so many gifts that when they come together and decide to walk through that portal together, it's just an explosion of these magical gifts. It's really beautiful. And that's the dreamer card's the same way. It's about the gifts, the talents, the dreams coming into fruition, coming true. Now for the jumping card, we got the 3 of water, which is so beautiful. With the dreamer card and the gifted card, this goes really, really, really well. It's about community. It's about coming together with your twin flame, but coming together, and it could indicate engagements, weddings, celebrations, birthdays, milestone events. It could be just coming together in a social group that makes you feel at home, that you feel really comfortable with your twin flame. And it's gorgeous because this really does indicate twin flames coming together, having fun together, being in this social situation together, and really understanding the fact that even though this journey has been difficult, it's just nice to take that time and remember the fun, remember the dreams, remember the playful times that you've had together and that you're able to create together in this new life. It's about taking away all that gravity, all this seriousness of the twin flame connection and just allowing it to be more free-flowing. For the romance card, it's interesting because I got you deserve love. Now this has 2 messages. This is for the couple. And this actually has 2 messages for me here. The first message is coming for Divine Masculine. The first message coming for Divine Masculine is about that whole parental control issue. That has been something that many of them have been carrying for years, decades, and somehow they linked and tied pleasing one of their parents to love. And if they feel that they can't please their parent, then they feel that they don't deserve that love. The angels are saying to the divine masculines in this situation that makes no sense. You absolutely deserve love. You are lovable. You need to let go of that notion, let go of that belief that's so false. It's just something that you believed for so long that you just believe it, but it's not true. For the divine feminines, it's a little more obvious. For the divine feminines who have not been in contact with their divine masculines, who have not been in reunion with their divine masculines, who have not been dating or seeking a relationship outside of the twin flame relationship and just taking some time to wait for their divine masculine, which is fine. It's absolutely fine, but there has been this sense of self-doubt with it and saying, well, I've waited this long, but maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not lovable. Like maybe I'm not able to be loved. And for you, the angels are assuring you that that is wrong too, that you are lovable. I love this card because it so much reflects. It just reflects everything about the couple. And I just said this, it's play hard, and it says, find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Play hard. Life is too short. Life is too serious. One of my favorite teachers, Dr. David Simon, who passed away in 2012, and who I write about in my new book. He was a great influencer in my life. He was actually a direct teacher of mine through the Troper Center that I had many courses with. Really amazing teacher. But he used to say, like, I have so many patients that come to me and they say they're looking for a serious relationship. And he said, I'm wondering why they're looking for a serious relationship. They should be looking for a fun relationship. And it's about playing hard, and it's part of life to be able to play, being able to goof off, have fun, not be so focused on everything has to be a goal, everything has to be an outcome. It's a balance, right? You want to set your sights high and have goals and desired outcomes, but you want to live in the present moment too. And part of living in the present moment is being able to live and have fun and not deprive yourself of fun because you're just waiting for some magical moment to have fun, and just find moments to have fun. And when your divine masculine comes back to you, divine feminines in particular, it's best not to get bogged down in the serious conversations first. Try to have fun first. Try to reconnect first and just go take a walk on the beach or go paddle boarding or whatever, but just go have some fun. And of course I live by the beach, so everything that's coming to my mind is water related or beach related. But find something that you can do just to have fun instead of like saying, okay, well, it's been so long, so now we need to have those serious conversations. Try to have fun first. The message is from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. The first one is, I am becoming a better person. This is amazing, and we have seen this. We've seen the evolution of the Twin Flame Collective for the past several months. And we have seen that for the most part, for most of the Divine Masculines, it's been that. They have been working and evolving and moving toward becoming a better person in all ways, not just one way, but just like you Divine Feminines, that you've worked so hard to do your internal work, they've been doing it too. Now this message will only pertain to some of you. It will only pertain to some of you. And that message is, I left when I saw you with someone. I know that for many of you who are in marital relationships, committed relationships, we talked about this, right? Just the other day, I had a consultation with a Divine Masculine. It's funny because I do have consultations with Divine Masculines, believe it or not. It happens. I'd say about 90% of my clientele are Divine Feminines, but about 10% are Divine Masculines. It does happen, believe it or not. I was in consultation, and one of the things that one of these Divine Masculines was saying, this is a frequent comment. This is not like something that's unique. The comment was, they're still in a relationship with another person. That was the comment. And that has happened, obviously. It has happened that a Divine Feminine is still in a relationship with another person. So it's really difficult for them to come back when you're still in a relationship. Now for others, and this message is coming loud and clear, for others, and I mentioned this probably back in December, January, that there was some sort of checking up going on through social media, whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. There was some little bit of research being done from Divine Masculines through to their Divine Feminines. And they somehow discovered that for some of you, again, not all, but for some of you, there was some dating going on, or maybe pics with other dudes or other people that looked romantic in nature. And that also kept them from coming forward when they kind of wanted to. And this is not to blame. This is not to say that's bad and you shouldn't have done that. That's absolutely not. Like, you need to live your life. And that's part of what I preach all the time, is that you really need to live your life. It's not about sitting in the sidelines just waiting for something to happen, that you actually need to move forward with your life in all honesty, right? You do it honestly. You don't do it like to get back at the other person. But for some of you, again, a small group of you, it's just more that the Divine Masculine was seeing you with somebody else and being like, I can't do this. I can't. That is really the message there. But I like the message about them becoming a better person. This real big message of love coming from Divine Masculine this week, like a lot of love coming from them. I really feel it. I feel the love coming from them. Little bashfulness, but a lot of love coming from them. It's almost like for those that had that unhealthy relationship regarding love to one of their parents, it's almost as if when they unleashed that, when they just took that leash off, it freed them up to have so much more love to give. And it sounds weird, right? Because we should have an unlimited amount of love to give. But it was sort of that aspect that for some of them were holding them back, was that leash that they had to one of their parents, as far as like, they felt like, oh, if I fall in love with this person and I love them, then I'm gonna have issues with my parents, and I love my parents or this one parent, and I don't wanna have issues with that parent. But now that they have decided, you know, I need to grow up, like it's, even if I'm 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, it's time for me to grow up now and say to my parent, hey, thanks, but no thanks. Like, I love you, but let's keep this healthy, not in an unhealthy manner, and I get to choose who I'm gonna be with. And it freed them up. So it's really weird, but I just feel that freeness now. Like, they're like, oh, I have a whole other bucket of love that I can bring over and give to my divine feminine now. I don't feel like there's anything holding me back anymore. That's what I'm really feeling. And then again, the divine feminines being a little more introspective this week, which is fine. I mean, it's good to be introspective. Sometimes you need to like iron out the wrinkles sometimes and just meditate and chill. And again, full moon time is a great time to do that. This is a great reading this week. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. Thank you for pledging your support for this YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can pledge your support on Patreon. We do a private party podcast every single month. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.